Phinance.site is an application, it's a web app that helps you be able to track, manage, and view your expenses, your income, your budgets, basically your finances. And also, it has an AI feature that helps you be able to clearly understand where you're going wrong, where you're not doing, that is, where you're not doing right, where you're okay, where your largest expenses is at. That is, if maybe the graph is too much for you. So this is the home page, the landing page. Just take it through slowly. These are some of the features that are there. Mobile first, that is, we you can use your mobile phone. It's a PW, meaning that you can be able to install this app in your mobile phone, and also you can be able to log your expenses when you're offline. But that is a feature that is a premium feature. That is, you can only do that when you're subscribed. So these are the contact. If you want to view some of my previous work for the developers, there's a link for this is the GitHub. If you want to view my projects for the, and then there's the LinkedIn. Let me take you through the finances, the finance section now. Finance. The reason as to why it's called finance with a PHIN is because that's my first name, so I say it cleverly, so just fit it in there. So this is where you log your expenses. We're in the finance page. This is where you log your expenses. That is your source of income, where you got your income. Let's say you're working in Equity Bank. Your source of income ideally will be Equity Bank, as there's a suggestion here. First of all, clear this out. Yeah, your amount, that is the amount that you got. If it is the salary, maybe you got something like 50k, 30k, just input the 30k, whatnot. Category. This category is specifically what is this money? How does this money come about? Is it a salary? Is it a business that you have? Is it an investment? Are you a real estate owner? Is it a bonus? Maybe sorry, freelancing, pension, whatnot. And if that category is not there, you can just input it's under other. So the budgets. These are the budgets that you have. These are the ones that I had inputted. You can input your budget for housing, that is anything regarding to the house, rent, whatnot, food and drinks, transport, shopping, entertainment, maybe you have a Netflix, Spotify, whatever. Personal, these are expenses that are regarding to how things that you bought for yourself, that is health, maybe medicine, fees for parents who are paying for their kids, or for people who are paying for themselves, emergency. This is for the case whereby you didn't expect it to come about, but you have it, so you budget for it in the beginning of the month. These are the other expenses that they don't really fit in any specific category, so you can just place it under other. So you can, for the, let me show you how to add an expense and add an expense. So to add an expense, you can either click here, you take it to the specific category that you clicked, or if you want to maybe to add more, you can say you click the specific category, and then the amount, maybe you paid half the rent, that is for my case. Let me click that one. Then the note here, it is how exactly did you use this specific amount in this specific category. So you can say half the rent. When you click add expense, it does not mean that you've saved your data. It just means that you can be able to view it here, so that you can edit it before you save it. Since I don't want to confuse myself, I won't click save, but ideally when you click save expenses, it will save now to the database, so that you can be able to view it clearly in the dashboard. Here you can change, maybe let's say yesterday you were busy, you forgot to log your expenses. You can just click for that day. You can just change your the date there. And once you change the date also, like now for me, I logged in, so it has changed my expenses. So what I'm meaning is, date 14, maybe you forgot to log expenses, you just change the date there. As you can see, the expenses have changed, and this is what I used on date 14. You can log in expenses for previous days. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's go. First of all, let me show you first of all the dashboard. So the dashboard, this is where you can be able to clearly see exactly how you have used the expenses. So Sunday, that's what I had. Monday, Tuesday, you can be able to view that. By default, it is set to this week. So let me change here. Maybe let me go to week 3. So this, see, yeah, I can be able to view week 3. This is what I used. This is how I've used my this is how my expenses are. So this is how my expenses are. And the good thing is, there is something that I said before. You can be able to see, clearly how you've used expenses and where. So let's say Monday, this is where the note comes in. This is what I used uh, on Monday. This other category, these are the expenses that they don't have a specific categorization. So printing of passport photo, lunch, this is the fare, that is a transport that I had. Let's say change to another day. You click on that line specifically. Sorry. Let me change the period to last week, the one that we had. So last week, you can be able to see a it's supposed to be shoe washing, not shower washing. So Mutura, that is, and then there's bracelet. You see it. You can be able to view exactly your categories, the total amount spent for that day. You can click there, you can change, yeah, and that's how you can be able to view the day, the date, the category. It's generally the category breakdown of expenses. So there's the savings. This is calculated. It's the income minus the expenses. That's how you get the saving. And there's a saving streak. Ideally, you're not penalized, but when you break the streak, so that you can be able to restore it, you'll have to save 1,000 more for that month. Like say for example, June I broke the streak. I cannot click restore streak until the savings from June are 1,000 plus. Yeah. There's the expenses versus the income. This shows you the how your trend throughout the year has been. I started logging my data well on me. That's why you can't see any other data. So this is my income, my expenses. Yeah, this is the income of the month. That is how has your income ranged throughout the year. So and then there's a budget. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. These budgets that I had inputted here, these ones down that totaling to 2,300 to 3,300. You can be able to view them here. Yeah, in the budget category, in the budget on the month. Yeah, you can be able to view how you've been inputting, how your budgets are over the year. Oh, another something else I wanted to show. There's this progress bar that shows you. So this month for the budget, I've set 3K. The remaining amount is 2,625, and so far spent 375. You can be able to see the progress that you've had throughout the month. Yeah, that shows you the progress. So let's go to the settings. You can be able to see some of the functionalities that are there. You can be able to change your theme. That is, if you're someone who prefers light theme, you can have that, or you can have the system default. You can also be able to change the currency that you have. Maybe you're in Uganda or you want to use Ugandan shillings, Tanzanian shillings, USD, and be able to input it there. And when you change the currency, it also changes here, as you can see. Tanzanian shillings, that it changes depending on what you've inputted. Even in the expenses, you can see it's Tanzanian shillings. Like everywhere, it changes depending on your the specific currency that you have. You can also be able to change your profile picture. your name, your email, your password, everything. Generally, you can just customize it. You can be able to also, you can select what type of notifications you want to get. That is the email notifications, SMS, push notifications, and the notifications they're shown here in this notification tab. For now, we don't have any notifications, so sorry, we're seeing that you're all caught up. Uh, mhm. So notifications, weekly summary. This is a weekly summary report of exactly how your expenses are. You can select that you want to click. Now for this case I had not selected any, so you can select maybe you want all of them, and you'll get the notifications. What else? Oh, I've forgotten, in the dashboard there's this AI. You can be able to get personalized insights based on your expenses and how they are. This is what I was meaning when I said maybe if the graph is too overwhelming for you, you can be able to view your expenses via the. You can be able to read through. This is a summary of what your expenses look like. Yeah, see, when you have 1 month data, making it we have making long-term trend analysis difficult. Yeah, so and that's that. What there's nothing else. Yeah, the site is fine, phinance.site. Yeah, check it out.